So here it is, next practical, that is to calculate the emissivity of a plate. Now for this practical, we must know some of the practical outcomes, some relevant program outcomes, course outcome, and for that purpose, we will start the practical significance. Now this emissivity concept comes under the radiation chapter. So we must know what exactly the radiation is, and then we have to understand what is emissivity. And then the next part is how to calculate this emissivity with the help of experimental setup, right? So radiation is regarded as phenomena to hot and luminous bodies. The substances having nearly complete or unit absorptivities are called black body. So when the absorptivity is 100%, then it is called as black body. A black body absorbs all radiation falling on it. Lamp black, platinum black, bismuth black are some of the examples of this black body. So the best example is lamp black, because in the lamp black, near about 96% radiation is absorbed by this body. Then the ratio of the total emissive power of a body to that of black body at the same temperature is known as emissivity. So we must know what is radiation. So radiation, we know that the transfer of it from one point to another point or from one body to another body with the help of electromagnetic waves or without any media. Then under that, black body is one of the concept where black body having 100% absorption of the radiations. Then emissivity is the concept. It is simple, a mathematical ratio of total emissive power of a body that is non-black body to that of black body. So it is the ratio of emissive power of a non-black body to the emissive power of black body. That is the concept of emissivity. Now the relevant program outcomes are the basic knowledge, that is apply knowledge of basic mathematics, science, basic engineering to solve the chemical engineering problems. We have already discussed these things in the composite wall experiment. Then discipline knowledge, apply chemical engineering knowledge to solve industry-based chemical engineering problems. Then ethics, apply ethical principles for commitment to professional ethics, responsibilities, and norms for the practice also in the field of chemical engineering. Then individual and teamwork, so the function effectively as a leader and team member in the diverse or multidisciplinary teams. Then communication, that is communicate effectively in oral and written form. So while performing the experiment, we should compile, we should satisfy these program outcomes. So these outcomes are basically designed for the chemical engineering outcome. So while passing out the diploma in chemical engineering, we have to apply these outcomes, we have to satisfy these outcomes, and that should be learned through the experiments. So we must have some basic knowledge of mathematics, science, and basic engineering, because we have to solve some of the calculations, we have to do some calculations, we have to apply some formulas, we have to convert some units. So all these things are under this basic knowledge. Then engineering, specifically chemical engineering knowledge, you must have this heat transfer knowledge. Then and then only you can apply this discipline knowledge to the industries. Then you should follow some ethical principles. Then you should divide the team members and you should decide a leader, because you have to follow some guidelines, some direction which is given by your leader. So for performing all the tasks within time with great efficiency, you should do the work in a teamwork. Then communication, so that may be in a oral or written form, that should be communicated to the team members, to the mentor, to the subject teacher, so that you can understand what exactly you are doing, whether it is correct or not, and whether this knowledge, these calculations, these concepts should be applied to the industry or not. Then the competency and practical skills. So the same competency and practical skill is there, which is covered under the composite wall experiment. That is, use heat transfer principles to increase efficiency and to save energy in chemical process plant. So to save the energy, to reduce the consumption of energy, to reduce the utilization of heat, we have to increase the efficiency and we have to search for the alternatives of different energies. That is the competency. And use of thermocouples or some temperature sensors like RTD, thermocouples, thermopiles, etc. to measure the temperature, because in most of the experiment in the heat transfer operation, we have to measure the temperature, and on the basis of this temperature, voltage and current, we have to calculate the given parameter. So in previous case, we have to calculate the total thermal resistance and rate of heat transfer. Now in this case, we have to calculate the emissivity. So for the calculation of emissivity, again we have to measure the voltage current which is given to that particular experimental setup, and we have to observe these temperatures. Then the relevant course outcome is to calculate the amount of heat transfer by radiation. So in this case also, we have to calculate the heat transfer, but it is the mode of radiation. Then practical outcome, calculate the emissivity. That is the main objective or the outcome of this practical. Then relevant affective domain related outcomes are follow the safe practices as we have discussed in the previous experiment. Then practice energy conservations. So we have to reduce the energy consumption, maintain tools and equipments. So some of the tools and mainly the experimental setup or that particular equipment has to maintain to have the perfect or the correct output or the results. Then you have to follow some ethical practices because you have to work in a team. So you should follow the ethical principles or the practices. These are the affective domains. Then minimum theoretical background required for this emissivity practical is, that is radiation. That is refers to the transport of energy through space by electromagnetic waves. We have already discussed this radiation definition. It depends upon the electromagnetic waves as means of for transfer of energy from a source to a receiver. Then heat transfer by radiation is of much more importance at higher temperature level as compared to the conduction and convection, because in the radiation the rate of heat transfer is more as compared to the conduction and convection. That is why we have to take care of these higher temperature levels. Then radiant energy is believed to originate within the molecules of the radiating body, the atoms of such molecules vibrating in a simple harmonic motion as linear oscillators. So as we discussed that radiation is one of the phenomena in the heat transfer where there is no media. So without any media means with the help of electromagnetic waves, if the heat is going to transfer, then that vibration energy is play a vital role in the radiation phenomena. A body at a given temperature will emit radiation of a whole range of wavelength and not a single wavelength. The total quantity of radiant energy of all wavelength emitted by a body per unit area per unit time is the total emissive power. So it is here the definition of this emissive power, because the emissivity is the ratio of emissive power of non-black body to the emissive power of black body. So we must understand what exactly this emissive power is. So the emissive power is nothing but the total quantity of radiant energy of all wavelength emitted by a body per unit area per unit time. So the radiation energy with respect to area, with respect to time is total emissive power. When radiant energy falls upon a body, it may be all or partially absorbed, reflected or transmitted. So we have discussed these things in the radiation theoretical background. So if the radiant energy falls upon a body or on the surface, then that may be some or the fraction part of that radiation may be absorbed, fraction may be reflected, fraction may be transmitted. So this fraction of this radiant energy absorbed is called as absorptivity, So that is maybe indicated by the alpha or small a. In some of the books that is indicated by small a. In some of the books that is indicated by alpha. Then fraction reflected is called as reflectivity. So it is indicated by rho. We may indicate it is by small r. And the fraction transmitted is called as transmissivity. So this is tau. So this combination of this absorptivity, reflectivity and transmittivity is considered as 1. So if the radiation energy or the radiation, if it is considered as 1, then that should be divided into absorptivity fraction, then reflectivity fraction and transmissivity fractions, right? So that may be alpha rho plus tau, or that may be a plus r plus tau. One and the same, the concept is same. The substances having nearly complete or unit absorptivities are called black body. So we have already discussed about this black body. When a body absorbs 100% radiation, it is a theoretical concept, but practically near about 96% of the radiation can be absorbed by a body, and then it is called as black body. The example is lamp black. A black body absorbs all radiating falling on it. The ratio of total emissive power of a body to that black body at the same temperature is known as emissivity. So we have already defined this emissivity definitions. So it is in the terms of mathematical expression. So this emissivity is indicated by small e. Then capital E is the emissive power of non-black body, and this capital EB is the emissive power of black body. So small e is the ratio of emissive power of non-black body to the emissive power of black body. So this emissivity depends on the temperature of the body only. So this emissivity is the characteristics which depends on the temperature. The emissivity of a body is the measure of how it emits radiant energy in comparison with a black body at the same temperature. So we have to compare this, the emission or the radiant energy waves by a black body and by a non-black body. Then as per Kirchhoff's law, when any body is in thermal equilibrium with its surroundings, its emissivity and absorptivities are equal. So we have discussed these things in the Kirchhoff's law, where we have derived that small e is equal to small a. So this emissivity becomes absorptivity at thermal equilibrium for its surroundings, right? So this is the apparatus where we can understand. Here two plates are put in the compartment. So this plate is nothing but the black body plate or black plate, and this is non-black body or non-black plate, or it is also called as silver plate. So this is black plate and this is silver plate, and the RTD or thermocouples can be joined for these plates to measure the temperatures, right? So these two temperatures are important, and the third temperature is the temperature of this compartment, right? So in this apparatus only 3 temperatures are needed, right? Then the remaining things are near about same as we have shown in the composite wall, that is temperature indicators, then voltmeter, then ammeter, main supply indicator, then fuse, heater or main supply on off knob, and dimmer stat. So remaining things are one and the same, that is control panel is near about same. Just the main difference is as compared to the composite wall is that test plate or the silver plate and black plate buttons are included, right? So I will show you the actual experimental setup. Now these things, that is resources required, the emissivity measurement apparatus, then black plate, test plate, and some thermocouples. So these diameters may be different because whatever the apparatus available in your college, in your industry, depending on that only, we have to mention these diameters, right? So this black plate, test plate, thermocouples or RTD, and emissivity measurement apparatus. So these are the only requirement, and we require only 3 thermocouples or RTD, because we have to check the surface temperature of black plate, we have to check the surface temperature of test plate, and we have to check the surrounding or the compartment temperatures. So we require only black plate, test plate, RTD or thermocouples, and the apparatus. Then precautions to be followed: keep the dimmerstat at 0 position before switching on and switching off the heaters. So it is already discussed in the composite wall experiment. Keep the assembly undisturbed while testing. So after switching on, we don't want to disturb this testing assembly, because there may be some effect of the humidity, some force convection, fan, blowers, etc. on this apparatus, and the reading may be changed. Then do not disturb these thermocouple settings. Do not touch your finger to or scratch on the plate and test plate. So there is no need to touch the test plate or the black plate, because it is already fixed in a compartment, and this compartment is packed. Then what is procedure to be followed? So check that dimmerstats are at 0 position and the duct is closed. Then switch on the main switch and give some power to both the plates by adjusting the dimmerstat. The power supplied to black plate heater should be equal to that of test plate heater. So we have to supply the power, that is in terms of voltage. Obviously the current is going to change according to the voltage. So we have to switch on the supply, we have to adjust the voltage with the help of this dimmerstat. Then go on checking the temperatures of each of the test plates and black plates. The temperatures are required to be equal. To get them equal, test and adjust the dimmerstat so as to get uniform temperatures. Take an individual test for each plate, but the parameters of temperature should be equal. So we have to supply this voltage, we have to check the temperatures of this individual plate, that is black plate and test plate, and we have to observe whether these temperatures are equal or not, because after steady state temperature only we have to take the readings of this temperature. So the same phenomena that is under the composite wall we have discussed. When the parameters are not changing with respect to time, then it is called as steady state condition, and if it is with respect to the temperature, then it is called as steady state temperature. So before taking the actual readings of this temperature, we have to take care of the steady state temperature, whether it is reached or not. Then after getting equal parameters on both the surfaces, individually note temperatures of each plate as well as duct temperature. So we have to take the temperatures of the black plate, test plate, and duct, that is nothing but the compartment temperature. So only 3 temperatures are required. So this is the simple procedure to conduct the emissivity experimental setup. So now the next points are the resources used, etc. But before that, we should check what exactly the actual setup is. So I will show you the actual setup, and then in the next part we will go for the actual temperature readings, and on the basis of that temperature readings, some observations, calculations, and formula required for this calculation of emissivity, right?